Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about pedagogy strategies and techniques you could use to promote learning in the area of early childhood. Today's discussion is going to be all about pedagogical strategies and techniques you as the adult, whether you're the parents, guardian or teachers of young children, could use to promote learning in the area of early childhood. If this is the kind of video that you're looking for, please stay tuned and don't go anywhere. All right, you might be wondering, what is pedagogy? Okay, another name for pedagogy is teaching. And what is teaching? Teaching is the interactive process that takes place between you as the educator and the child in order to promote learning. Okay, I'll repeat this again. In relation to pedagogy, it is also referred to as teaching, and it is the interactive process that takes place between the educator or parents as well or guidance so as to promote learning in the area of early childhood. Today I'm going to be talking about 4 strategies. Yes, 4 strategies and techniques that you, whether you are the educator or parent and guidance of young children, could use to promote learning. Okay, right. I would also highlight that in relation to early childhood, children learn through play. Okay, they are playing and at the same time they are learning. So I would like you to take note of this, that in relation to promoting learning in early childhood, you have to do this in a fun way. You have to do this in an encouraging way. Okay, you have to do this in a way that will motivate young children to learn. Okay, so take note of this. All right, so the first strategy or techniques that I'm going to be talking about that you as the adult could use to promote learning in the area of early childhood is positioning. Okay, position. Okay, so what do I mean by positioning? Positioning simply means you as the early years educator or you as the parent positioning yourself or positioning resources to where it could be easily reached for by the student. Okay, I'll repeat again. In relation to positioning, it is all about you as the adult, whether you're the educator or parent, okay, being able to position yourself or positioning resources to where young children could be able to reach out for it. Remember, I said earlier, the goal of early childhood is to promote learning. And in relation to using positioning to promote learning, you have to position yourself as the when you're engaging in discussions with children or when you're providing children with activities, it is important that you as the adult you position yourself to the child's level. Okay, if a child is sitting down, you as the adult, okay, you need to sit down beside the child. You need to maintain eye contact so that the child will be able to hear you or see what you're showing them. I'm going to cite an example. Okay, if a child is sitting down the way I'm sitting down and myself as the adult I'm standing up on top of the child, okay, you can see that I'm going to be high and the child is going to be low. Now look at it this way: how will the child be able to understand me, or how will the child be able to hear me? And this will lead to misinformation. Okay, I want to try to do something, I'm up there or I'm far away, the child cannot hear me, the child cannot see me, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. So in relation to positioning, whenever you as the adult, whether you're the parent, guide or educator, okay, when you want to talk to a child or you want to provide a child with the resources materials to use, make sure you position this very well. Okay, you position yourself very well, you maintain eye contact, lower level beside the child. Okay, do not be too far away from the child so that the child can be able to hear you clearly if you're speaking to them or you're instructing them or you want them to do. I'll talk about positioning in relation to materials and resources. Okay, so you need to make sure that the environment is conducive for young children. Into pedagogical techniques and strategies, it is important that you as the adult, yes, you need to position the resources. The room needs to be conducive. Okay, you need to position the resources where children could be able to reach out for them. At lower level, you have the paint brushes, lower level, where the child could easily reach out for it. I'll cite an example again. Okay, for example, a child wants to read and the book is on top that the child can't reach out for it. You're going to see the child stretch. The child might not be able to reach out for it. So it's important that you make sure that the books are the lower level that the child can reach out for it. Resources where the child can easily reach out for it. The room is conducive to promote learning. Okay, so take note of positioning. Okay, in order for you to promote learning in the area of early childhood, You as the adult, you need to position yourself, and you also have to make sure that resources, materials that these children will use at the lower level where they could easily reach out for it. So take note of this. All right. Another strategy that I'm going to be talking about is modeling. Okay, and what is modeling? Okay, so modeling is where you as the adult, you show young children what is expected of them. You show them, you model to them, you display to them what you want them to do. Okay, this is important as well in relation to learning. It's going to promote learning. Okay, I will cite an example. Okay, so like for example, if you want children to do something, okay, you show them. Okay, you want children to wash their hands. Okay, you as the adult, okay, you show to the children how you want them to wash their hands, not just say, oh, go and wash your hands now. So you model what is expected of them. Okay, you show them how you want them to wash their hands, and in return they will be able to learn. Okay, for example, you want the children to speak quietly, you want them to use their inner voices. You as the adult as well, you need to show them, you need to model this to young children. And remember, we should always be positive role models to young children all the time, because they will definitely pick up what we do. Okay, so make sure in relation to modeling that you model positive things that you want young children to learn. Okay, so modeling is another pedagogy techniques or strategies that you could use to promote learning in the area of early childhood. Do take note of this. All right, so the third strategy I'm going to be talking about is scaffolding. Okay, for some of you that you're in the area of early childhood, you know what scaffolding is all about, but I'm going to be explaining what scaffolding is all about. Scaffolding, it's all about Vygotsky idea. Vygotsky is an educational psychologist that talked about you as the adult or able peer to be able to scaffold, to show young children what you want them to do. Okay, so scaffolding is really important, especially when you have children that are having difficulty to do a task or complete a task. So you as the adult, you scaffold their learning, you show them what you want them to do. Okay, so for example, like you have a child having difficulty solving a jigsaw or puzzle, and you know a particular child that knows how to do this. Okay, so you could pair these children together so that the other child will be able to learn. So you can see the child is scaffolding the other child's learning. Okay, and you as the adult as well, you can also scaffold children's learning. Okay, and in relation to scaffolding, is just you as the adult making the children to be able to complete a task that they are having difficulty to complete. Okay, so you would definitely know, and this is where observation comes in relation to scaffolding. How do you know that you need to scaffold a child's learning? The only way you can know is when you observe, you see that they are struggling in relation to completing a task, then you as the adult could step in, or you encourage other peers to step in to show the children what is expected of them. Okay, so take note of this third strategy as well. The fourth and the last strategy that I'm going to be talking about today is encouraging and praising. Okay, you know the role, the importance of encouraging and praising young children. It is important that you encourage them and you praise them, because when you encourage and praise them, the behavior that you encourage and praise them for, they would do more of this behavior. Okay, so take note of this. I'm going to repeat that you encourage and praise in young children. These children tend to repeat this behavior well. Okay, so in relation to encouraging and praising, I'm going to say to you, it's a really important strategy and techniques to use in the area of early childhood. Okay, so you praise, you encourage children if they're doing something good, if you're interested, if you like what they did, you praise them so that they can do this one. Okay, so for example, you have a child for the first time tie their shoelaces. You encourage the child, you praise the child. Oh, well done, Johnny. You're the best boy. I'm so proud of you for tying your shoelaces. Guess what? It's going to encourage Johnny to want to try his shoelaces more, because he knows that he's going to get praise from the educator or from the parent. Okay, so encouraging and praising really goes a long way in the area of early childhood. And one thing I'm going to say to you in relation to using encouraging and praising, it doesn't have to be something that will cost you much. Word of mouth. Praise. Okay, you could take it on further and use sticker, get sticker from the shop. They don't really cost much. Okay, give children a treat, something that they like. You could use something that you have at home. A child has done something good and they deserve the praise. You just encourage them with something that you have at home. Okay, I'm so proud of you because what you did there. Okay, so you could have a jelly or an ice cream as a treat. But I'm going to let you to know that in relation to encouraging and praising, okay, you need to encourage and praise after the behavior. Okay, not before the the behavior. Because if you encourage and praise before the behavior, it means you're bribing the child, and we don't encourage bribing in the area of early childhood, and bribery is not encouraged in the area of early childhood. So you encourage and praise after the behavior that the child has displayed, and this will encourage the child to display more of this behavior. I hope you've taken note of this 4 pedagogical strategies and techniques that I've listed in the area of early childhood, and I'm going to encourage you to use more of these 4 strategies and techniques to promote learning and development in the area of early childhood. Lastly, I would like you to know that I have a membership on this channel as well. Do check my membership out, and if you're interested in promoting me to encourage me for what I do on this channel, please join my membership. And until I come your way next time, I still remain your humble host, LES Matters TV. Take care and mind yourselves for now. Bye.